It's day 64 of the Outside Freak Challenge. Good morning. How you doing? If you're new here, I'm Z, and new digs, new tent, kind of digging it. I exchanged my winter gear for my summer gear, which is predominantly ultralight. So I got my Mariposa. I think this is the first Mariposa ever made back in the mid 1800s. But yeah, got the Mariposa. And it's cold. It's still cold. About 51 degrees. And yeah, I'm kind of struggling with the cold in about the middle of the night. So instead of these shorts, I'm going back to long pants, and we'll see if that helps. Sure would be nice to have that puffy. Yeah. Oh well. Apparently, it's good to be cold in the morning, first thing in the morning. Yeah, like taking a cold shower in the morning. It's supposed to be good for you, right? So I don't mind it so much. So I'm trying to find that balance point because pants weigh heavier than shorts. And it's not that I don't mind carrying the weight, but the Mariposa can only carry so much weight before it's not a very comfortable pack. So, you know, a little bit of juggling. It's okay. The longer I take to dial in my gear before I start hiking, the more time it gives for my toe to heal. So, yeah. Modularity, I think, is the word here. This tent, which is actually a poncho, yes, modularity. This screened tent that I can use or not use with this also doubles as a coffee filter. Just kidding. Well, I think we need to get on with the day. You know, it seems the longer I take to set things up, the more my gear fluctuates. Like I've added a second polycro ground cloth because, yeah, it sure is nice to not have a bunch of dirt and dust on everything. And but is that like too much of a luxury? So we talk about weight penalty when we are setting up our backpacks, right? And you think you need something, but you have to measure the weight penalty or weigh the weight penalty. No, it's not very funny. So this is the first coffee of the day. Good morning to you. Okay. Now, my previous video, I talked about the solar setup, and I'm really amazed that 24 watts is doing the job over the 200 watt panels that I had, you know, the huge Jackery panels. This is actually doing the job quite well. I'm delightfully surprised. It's heavy. I mean, for this little thing, it kind of it weighs about like a heavy book. Yeah. But I'm going to accept the weight penalty on the solar panel. Oh, yeah, this is a solar panel, by the way. The DJI, I am having a hard time accepting the weight penalty on this. Especially when I look online and there's a bunch out on the market that are significantly smaller and lighter than this. But these work really well. So I'm going to test the audio quality between this DJI wireless and the plugged in, the headphone, the wired headphone, that come, well, that used to come with the iPhones. I just ordered one. So when that comes in, I'm going to do the test. And if there's no significant difference, then we are dropping the DJI wireless mics, which I really enjoy using. And last but not least, I kind of talked about this stuff yesterday, so yeah, I won't go into it anymore. The tent or the poncho, I'm getting more and more used to it and being able to set it up a little more taut. I'd say the one thing that I haven't heard anyone else say about this is called the Gatewood Cape. If you're going to use the Serenity liner, which is a really bad name for a tent, if you think about it, yeah, I think you should use a separate set of stakes. So that adds 4 more stakes to the entire get up, which, it's not a big deal. Weight penalty. Can you use it without the additional stakes and just use the stakes for the Serenity liner that you're using for this? In other words, just attach it to the same stakes. Yes, you can, but this tent, it doesn't pitch as well when you share the stakes. And it seems like this doesn't pitch as well when you're sharing the stakes for the Serenity tent. So, 4 more titanium stakes, not a big deal. Maybe 5, actually. Yeah, 1 for the back. All right, well, that's the latest update. Where's the birds? The birds aren't out this morning. All right, this is day 64 of the Outside Freak Challenge. How long you think I could stay out here? How long you been out in the wild? Let me know down in the comments below. Hey, most of you that watch aren't subscribed. It would really help me out if you subscribe. This is a very small and new channel. And if you really want to help the channel out, you can do so by purchasing any of the gear that I have listed in the products down below. And hey, if you want more videos, exclusive videos, and you also want to help the channel out, you can join me over at patreon.com/outsidefreak. I'll see you tomorrow.